What's up, my clan? Welcome back to Riffing with Clintus, episode 57. I see. Look at that. I'm doing this live, guys. First time recording the podcast live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Clintus. I don't know why I'm so nervous. I stream literally every day, but because it's something out of my element, something out of my comfort zone, I usually record these in private, in quiet, close quarters. But yeah, I'm doing it live, and we're recording it obviously for YouTube as well. So you might be watching this on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. If everyone else that's listening to it on the podcast feed, you can subscribe to the podcast anywhere you listen to podcasts: Apple, iTunes, Google, Spotify. Just do a search for Riffing with Clintus with 2 F's, Riffing with Clintus. And like I said, this is episode at 57. So we've got quite a few episodes in the books. And I will admit, and I will apologize, I've been letting the podcast slide. Honestly, I've been letting everything slide. 2020 has been a rough year for a lot of people. It's been rough for, I think at some point in the last year, everyone has been affected by the coronavirus. I think everyone at some point has been affected by this negatively. And, I've been very fortunate to not be too dramatically impacted negatively. Other than, being stuck at home and, the kids being bummed out because they can't do anything. My daughter's a sophomore this year, and she's in high school. She's a teenager. She likes going to school because she likes hanging out with her friends and whatnot. So it's been a rough year for sure. But for me personally, I've been focusing on Twitch the last couple of years, and thankfully it's been growing, exponentially, and it's been going really well, and I'm happy. I'm very happy with Twitch and my Twitch community, and that spurs off into our Discord server, and some people didn't know I vlogged, came from Twitch and then was like, wait a minute, you vlog? Let me see this. And they're like, holy crap, you got a vlog channel? You got 3,000 videos and 700,000 subs and blah blah. Like, it's cool to get like the cross pollination and stuff like that. So it's been cool. But like I said, I've been letting things slack. I've been letting YouTube slack, and I've been letting the podcast slack. And you may or may not know, I bought a new house recently, and I feel like it's been like a breath of fresh air, and I feel like I've been reinvigorated, even though it's taken 5 or 6 weeks. We've been in the house now for about 5 or 6 weeks. I don't know exactly when. I think we're coming up on 6 weeks. And I'm just now this week finally feeling like, I don't know, I'm finally getting like back to normal. In fact, okay, so I was trying to think of like this. The podcast was going to be originally like, oh, what I do this week? Let's talk about the week in review, because like, that's something that people are requesting. Instead of like me trying to vlog and put a vlog together, why not I just sit down and podcast and talk about my previous week, right? And I can go in detail about certain things. Well, the funny thing was, I started thinking about what I did this last week, and I didn't do jack shit. I even looked at my phone, like, what photos did I take? I didn't do anything. The last group of photos I took was last weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So this week was rough for me on multiple levels. So anyway, it got to the point where I just realized the last month or so, last couple months, I don't know, it's been rough. And I don't want to like, what was me? We're going to definitely talk about the last couple of weeks. I do have some things to talk about, but I just wanted to let you guys to know, get through the holidays this month, the next couple of weeks, get into the new year, 2021, breath of fresh air. And I plan on hitting the ground running with content. Tiffany's on board with me on a couple of things. She's gonna be helping me out with like my schedule, my calendar, and holding me accountable. I kind of jokingly gave her like, the crap. I was like, hey, I need you to be my boss. I need you to be my assistant. I need you to be something other than just like you take care of this. I need some help, So she's helping me, and she's great at it. She really is. So I'm excited for the future. But we're back to the podcast. I've been itching to get back on behind the microphone and just talk in detail without distractions, because I do this on my Twitch streams, right? I talk at great lengths, and I rant and I riff, but I get distracted by other conversations, alerts, very much like the shiny thing, right? Like, oh, shiny thing. And I lose my train of thought, and I lose the story. And a lot of people are like, finish what you were saying. What were you saying? Like, and I'm like, I don't remember anymore. The podcast is one of those things where I can try to be more focused on a topic or a thing. So that's what we're going to do today. And then the next podcast, I want to break down like the home purchase and the move and talk about the house. A lot of people have a lot of questions about the house, right? Like a lot of questions regarding like, when are you going to get a house tour, or why don't you do a house tour, or that kind of thing. And a lot of questions about the house. And first and foremost, I'll tell you that I am being a little more private this time around. This is our third house, technically our third house that we own. And this is going to be the house for a long time. I don't want to move again. I really, really don't want to move again. So I'm thinking to be more private. I think I'm going to be more private, not show every nook and cranny and every detail and share every detail with you. With that being said, I'm vlogging less and less. So I feel like I can be more, I'm not daily vlogging. So I'm not showing you every minute of my day and every single minute detail. I can just show you the highlights, which is kind of what I started doing before we were daily vlogs, was just like the cool stuff, the highlights. So kind of getting back to my roots, if you will. So the podcast will kind of incorporate and flow in there, so to speak. So yeah, let's talk about the last episode of the podcast was when Bryce started streaming. And so that was, I think it was a little over a month ago. Actually, it was over a month ago. I want to say it was in October, middle of October, perhaps for some reason I'm thinking October 21st. Wow, it was close. October 26th. Oh, but September 21st was the previous episode before that. So yeah, I've been slacking on the podcast, like I said. But anyway, the last episode of the podcast, episode 56, was when Bryce announced that he was streaming, and he made affiliate within the first, I think, 2 weeks. You have to do seven broadcasts within 30 days. And you have to maintain a certain number of viewers, and you have to hit so many followers, and he nailed it. He's got a fan base from my YouTube channel. Obviously, a lot of you guys watching this video or listening to this right now are fans of Bryce, so it makes total sense for him to start his own channel and just get a ton of support right out of the gate. Even community members of my own or friends of mine support Bryce right out of the gate. So and to be clear, I only gave him a bump and a shout out in the very beginning. Since then, I have not tweeted that he's live. I have not been sharing it in Discord. I've literally, like, people come to my channel and ask me, "Hey, when's Bryce streaming again?" I'm like, "I don't know." Go follow him and turn notifications on. Like that's it, right? The last 4 or 5 times he streamed, I've done zero promotion. It's 100%, the announcement on YouTube, the announcement on the podcast, and talking about it on my live streams. And that's all him. And that's what I did with Sierra. Sierra got the initial shout out on the vlog channel, a couple of tweets, Instagram posts, and that was it. And so, I'm not like, again, Bryce has already got a fan base from the vlog channel. So it's just a matter of like letting everybody know, hey, Bryce is doing his thing now. And there it is. And it'll be talked about, in the future, the vlogs, and, Christmas is coming. So, there might be some things under the tree for him, for stream stuff. So it'll be a topic of discussion, and people will be reminded, or perhaps hear for the first time, that he is streaming. So he's affiliate, and so he's got some subs and he's earning some bits, and he actually just got his first Twitch payment, which I thought was 45 days. I guess they changed it for affiliates. Now affiliates get paid every 30 days, I think, because actually no, maybe it is 45 days because he started in October. I have to look into that. I forget. Anyway, he got his first Twitch payout, and so it's pretty pumped. He was pretty pumped about that. I like to, because my kids, like, the kids have their own bank accounts, and they're joint parent accounts, and so they log into their their apps, and they check their money and stuff like that. And it was all funny when they got their first interest payment of like 2 cents or something. Like, oh, I made 2 cents. But for the fact that Sierra gets paid from YouTube, and now Bryce is getting paid from Twitch. Every month they look at it and they're like, oh, I got, I got paid. And so they're learning that money in, money out systems with that. And so he was pretty excited about that. So his Twitch journey is going well, but I keep telling people to temper their expectations, because he's only 13. And so, like, he's not like diligent, and he's not on a schedule, and he's not like only obsessing about like streaming. He does it like kind of, you know, whenever. And to be honest and to be fair, you know, I'll only let him stream when I'm not streaming, when I'm available to mod in his chat. That's really where it comes down. He's only 13. I've been doing this a long time, and I've collected a good group of haters and trolls that like to crap on me, which I can take it. I'm fine. I've been doing this a long time. I got a thick skin. There's literally nothing you could say. You could say anything you want, and it doesn't bother me. In fact, I have a couple people who try daily to, you know, get under my skin. And I just laugh at them because I'm like, they're literally wasting their time. They don't understand. They're wasting their time. The time it takes for them to create a new account, type up their message on their phone, because you know they're on their phones because they're kids. You know, they don't have a computer. They're like send, and it's like block, ban, and like they wasted all that time. It's hilarious. But anyway, I mod his chat, I mod his channel to filter out that stuff, things that like my moderators may not necessarily catch, or well, not even my moderators, because this is his channel. I'm 100% letting him control it. So, you know, he's been an affiliate now for over a month. He still doesn't have sub badges or emotes because he doesn't think, you know, he thinks about it when he thinks about it, but then he doesn't action it. He doesn't like actually make a change or say, hey, you know, oh, let's do this, Dad. He's got the money. He can buy emotes right now. He can buy, you know, sub badges right now. It's just him remembering to do it. He needs to set up some more things on his channel as far as like his panels and whatnot, right? But he's really enjoying it. In fact, he just asked me before I started recording this episode if I'm going to be streaming on Christmas Eve, and I said I'll be streaming Christmas Eve morning, but it won't be probably a full stream because I don't know what we're doing Christmas Eve. Usually Christmas Eve is with my family, my brothers, my dad, but I don't know what we're doing this year. We probably won't be getting together, but I don't know. We're kind of all over the place right now with that. Christmas Day, you know, I know we'll be going to Tiffany's parents' house. Her sister's in town, gonna be in town from Texas. They're driving over here, and then they're basically just, you know, hunkering down in the parents' house. So, you know, we'll see them next weekend, and then Christmas is obviously the holiday. So again, 2020 has been a weird year. I think I've seen my mom twice this whole year. Twice. No, I take it back. I saw her Thanksgiving. I went and gave her a plate of food on Thanksgiving because she was by herself on Thanksgiving. So I brought her a plate of food. But with that being said, in a whole year, I think I've seen my mom 3 times, and we live, you know, an hour away from each other. And that's just because of COVID. She's got respiratory problems and she works. She's thankfully still working. So she just is super scared. So anyway, that's Bryce's updates. Let's talk about some fun stuff. You know, in the last month, there's been 3 major video game releases, and I love video games. Video games are my hobby, my favorite pastime. It's what I like to do in my free time. I don't really watch a lot of TV. I like movies over TV shows. It's funny. Sierra likes TV shows. She'll binge watch shows on Netflix. She loves it. I'm definitely more of a movie fan, movie person. I'll watch 2 movies. You know, I'll spend 4 hours watching 2 movies. She'll spend 4 hours watching 4 or 5 episodes of TV. But I don't watch a lot of TV. I don't. And I'll go months without watching a movie. So I'll get into my movie mode where I'll binge watch, and I'll watch, like, you know, in 1 week, I'll watch a movie every night, or on the weekends. Like this weekend, I watched 3 movies. I watched 2 on Saturday night and 1 on Sunday night. And right now I'm in a cyberpunk mood. I've actually been playing Cyberpunk 2077, which we'll get into in a minute. But I've been watching cyberpunk movies. I watched Total Recall, and I watched the original Blade Runner. I plan on watching the sequel to Blade Runner here, you know, either tonight or tomorrow, whatever. And then I'm just going to keep watching these, like, because cyberpunk is like one of my favorite genres. I didn't realize this, but when I started asking people, like, hey, what are your favorite cyberpunk movies? People started giving me these their favorites. And I'm like, I didn't realize all of these movies can technically fall into that genre. Like, a buddy of mine today in chat, Elastic Fox, was talking about Demolition Man. I'm like, oh my God, I love Demolition Man, but I haven't seen it in years. I hope it's as good as I remember it. The Judge Dredd movies, there's 2, right? There's the original with Sylvester Stallone, and then there's the remake, which the remake was good, but it was all contained in the hotel or the apartment complex, and the dude never took his helmet off. And so it's kind of like, ugh, but it was still good, right? Um, anyway, I forgot how many movies technically fall into the cyberpunk genre, and I like all of them. All of them. I'm like, people are just naming them off. I'm like, yeah. Or I forgot about that one. Oh yeah. Like, so I'm excited I'm just gonna start just buying them and watching them all, man. I'm in that mode right now. Anyway, what I was getting at is that video games are my favorite pastime. If I wasn't a streamer, like, let's just be honest, like if I wasn't a streamer playing games on a regular basis, I would be playing them at night when the kids and Tiffany go to bed, right? It's what I used to do before I was a streamer. I'd get on at night, play some video games with the buds, and that was my thing. You know what I'm saying? So when new games come out, which I don't get excited about video games very often. There's only a couple of games that like Call of Duty and Destiny are my two favorite franchises. I've been playing them for years and years and years. There hasn't been a new game franchise that really, I'm like, oh my God, it's like the next best thing, right? Like I love The Division. I love Borderlands, but those games to me, I played them, kind of got through the story campaign, and then I kind of like lost like some of the luster. I feel like The Division I could go back to and I'd probably enjoy it, but the problem is I love Destiny more. And since Destiny is continuing to evolve and update, and there's new expansions for the next 3 years, I just feel like my time goes there, and I'd rather my time go there, because I like first person shooters better than third person. So that's kind of where that's at. Whereas like Cyberpunk, for example, it feels a lot like The Division, and in the sense that it's an open world. You know, you're in a closed map, but you're in an open world, and as you walk around, things pop up. You got random gang members that are doing stuff, and you're like, well, I could attack them and get some XP and get some loot from them, or I can go do this side mission, or I've got the main missions. And I didn't realize until today it clicked. I'm like, why is this, like, these alerts and these sounds kind of sound familiar? It's like The Division. Like, it feels like that same kind of like Division, right? Which I do enjoy, but there's something about Cyberpunk that's got a hold of me. So I guess I was gonna talk about the last couple of months. There's been 3 games come out. So we're gonna first say Destiny 2 Beyond Light came out like the first week of November. Fantastic. I'm loving it. I really am loving the update. I love the story. I love Stasis, the new abilities. It's all ice and cosmic ice and stuff like that. I love the aspects and the what's the other thing called? The aspects and shards. I forget what it's called, but anyway, there's 2 things you have to like find and update and upgrade and stuff like that. It kind of customizes your loadout, and it's a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it. But the thing is, I'm not really like grinding it. I don't feel the need to like rush and get to max and grind. Like I did for the raid. So the first week I grinded the crap. Well, the first week I moved. The week the game came out, I moved into the new house. Which that's another topic we'll get to. I'm kind of going down the list of stuff here. I got a list of things, so I'm trying to stay on topic. But we moved in the week of the game launch of Destiny 2 Beyond Light and Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. So day 1 I played, and then I didn't play for 2 days, and then I played Call of Duty Cold War for a day for a few hours, and then that was it. That was like the big move, right? The big move happened that day, and so. Really enjoying Destiny 2. I really am. I put a good amount of hours into it, but again, I'm not like no life in it, and I'm not like the only thing I'm playing, because a couple of days later, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War came out, which is the latest Call of Duty, and I've been playing Call of Duty for a long time. I really love the franchise, though Destiny took precedence and Destiny took like the front seat, and I stopped like really playing Call of Duties. You know, I'd get them, I'd always buy it. I've owned every Call of Duty since Modern Warfare 2, and I've played every one of them, but I just haven't put a lot of time and energy into them until Modern Warfare. I fell in love with Modern Warfare and Warzone late. I was late to the game, but I love multiplayer. I love Call of Duty multiplayer to this day, and even on PC, it feels so good. It feels so good on PC. I couldn't imagine going back to console. Someone today was saying you should plug a controller in to play Cyberpunk when you drive. I'm like, I don't even own a controller. Bryce took my Astro C40 and I think he broke it, so it doesn't even work. I don't even have a controller. I need to get a new one from Astro. But anyway, Cold War is fantastic. People want to ask me my opinion on all the games that I play, but when they asked about Cold War, they're like, what's your opinion on Cold War? And I said, it feels like Modern Warfare with a Black Ops skin, right? It's a little slower than Modern Warfare, and it's in the 80s, so it feels older. It feels, a little slowed down, but I love it. I think it feels good. It's a good first person shooter. I'm loving the multiplayer aspect of it. And then Warzone's coming to Cold War this week. So you'll be able to uninstall Modern Warfare technically if you're done with that game, which I am. I played Modern Warfare for the year. I grinded the season passes and the battle passes, and I'm looking forward to grinding Cold War. So I will be uninstalling Modern Warfare, and I'll be done with that. And I'm happy with that. I'm fine with that. That's been the cadence for the last 8 or 9 years is, play the new Call of Duty for a year, get all the expansions, all the updates. And then when the new Call of Duty comes out, you get to the next, you move on to the next one. Right. And so, Cold War's been fantastic, and it's been nice going back and forth. I'll do like a day of Destiny, and then I'll do a day of Cold War, and then I do a day of Destiny, and then I do a day of Cold War. And, I've been going back and forth, and it's been a good cadence until this last week. And that's when Cyberpunk 2077 came out. Now, Cyberpunk has been a game that I've not been following, and I was not hyped about coming out. I gave like zero fucks about the game. People, of course, ask me on a regular basis because I'm a streamer. I play on Twitch. They're like, "Hey, are you pumped for Cyberpunk? Are you?" I'm like, "No, what?" I'm like, "It looks like GTA." No, I don't like GTA. But the more content that came out from it, the more I watched it, the videos, and learned about the game, I was like, man, this thing looks awesome. Like, it looks awesome. Maybe I should try it out. Right. I'm a content creator. I'm a streamer. I'm a gamer. Maybe I should get it. Maybe I should try it out. Right. I'm fortunate enough that I would say about half the games I pay for and half the games I get, given to me via the distributor or the publishers, as a content creator. So like, shout out to Activision for always hooking me up with Call of Duty. Right. I don't know the last Call of Duty I paid for. Maybe World War II. Maybe. But I'm fortunate enough that Activision hooks me up with that, and I don't pay for Call of Duty. Previous years there were other games that I didn't pay for. I'm very fortunate that way. Anyway, so for me to buy a $60 game and maybe not like it, it's not that big of a deal. It's a write-off. It's whatever, right? So as we got closer to the release of Cyberpunk, I was like, yeah, maybe I should try this, right? Because originally it was going to come out on my birthday. Originally it was supposed to come out on my birthday, but then it got delayed a month. And I was like, I'm okay with this because that gives me more time to play Call of Duty and more time to play Destiny. So I'm totally fine with this. So Cyberpunk comes out this week, and I heard some rocky starts that it's not optimized and blah blah blah. But day one comes out, I download it, I play it, and I have been loving it. I did not know what to expect. I didn't know if I was going to love it because I've played other RPG games before in the past. Like the two that I come to my mind that I put at least some time into was Horizon Zero Dawn and the last Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I did a sponsored stream, so I got paid to play it for an hour, and I ended up playing it for 3 or 4 hours because I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. I get to run around and I'm leveling her up, and I'm unlocking new abilities, and I'm exploring new parts of the map. And then of course I started kind of getting into the story a little bit. But after that one or two streams, I kind of I was like, I'm over this because it's like, I think it was Greek or Roman times, and it's third person, and it didn't check enough boxes for me. I think that's why I love Cyberpunk, is because it does check those boxes. It's futuristic, and not even futuristic. It's cyberpunk, which again, going back to the earlier conversations, I didn't realize that that's the genre specifically that I love so much, is that cyberpunk genre, which ironically, if you think about it, Star Wars is kind of cyberpunky, like a little bit, right? Like, I guess maybe what world you're in, depending on what world you're in, it's kind of like that. It's like basically cyberpunk in my eyes is like modern stuff with a futuristic twist, right? It's in the future, but we still use cars and bullets, and like, it's not Star Trek where it's like so far in the future that you don't even recognize the world, right? It's very recognizable. In fact, I watched Blade Runner, the original Blade Runner. Fun fact, that movie takes place in 2019. So last year, Blade Runner happened last year, and we're nowhere near that technology. Replicants, flying cars, all that crazy stuff. We're not nowhere anything close to that. But that movie was made in 1982. So if you think about it, it's like a 30-year, difference. something like that. And so 30, 35, 38 years, I don't know, 38. So, okay, so 38 years from now, where are we going to be, right? Cyberpunk 2077 is saying that it's in the year 2077, which is, 50 something years from now. So at any rate, I'm really enjoying Cyberpunk. I've spent 3 days playing it now. I think I've got something like, maybe 15, 18 hours in the game. I'm definitely taking it slow. I'm not a very like efficient gamer. My chat likes to give me crap because I kind of suck at video games. I'm not efficient at like, doing the right things in the right orders or using the right weapons. I'm just kind of like, whatever, fuck it, but I'm really enjoying Cyberpunk, and I think it's because it's a first person view, and it's very techy, very, very futuristic, and it's just gorgeous. It looks so good. But I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of driving in the car to get around the map, and immediately reminds me of GTA. And I'm like I hate driving. Like today, I did nothing but driving, and I was doing specific side missions where driving was almost required. And I'm like, I'm glad I got that done because I don't want to drive anymore. Though I will buy myself a new car and get something nice when I do have to drive, because it seems like driving is going to be required for a long time. So we'll see. So yeah, Cyberpunk's going great. I'm really, really enjoying it. So if you're asking me, should you get Destiny Beyond Light? Should you get Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War? Should you get Cyberpunk 2077? The answer is, if you like those kind of games, right? If you watch some Destiny videos or some Call of Duty live streams, or watch some Cyberpunk, like watch them, watch the videos. That's the beauty about content creation, is that there's free content out there to show you the gameplay, to show you, what it looks like. There's people like me you can ask, like, how's this gameplay? How's this compared to this? What would you compare this game to? The Call of Duty is easy. It's Call of Duty. It's a first-person shooter. It's exactly the same as previous Call of Duties, with just minor tweaks here and there. But I can't tell you if you're going to like it, because I don't know if you liked the previous ones. Destiny is free. The base game is free. Beyond Light is an add-on. So download the game for free, play it, see if you like it. And then if you do, then you buy Beyond Light to expand it. Cyberpunk is an interesting one because it's a $60 game. It's a AAA title. It's got a lot of bugs. If you're on PlayStation 4 or Xbox One, it's rough. It's really rough. I might hold off. Either if you think you're going to get a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X, wait to get it for that, or wait till they optimize it better on the other two older consoles, because it's just, from what I've heard and seen, it's almost unplayable. PC and the next gen consoles do have bugs. I am experiencing some bugs, but it's not like game breaking, or like it doesn't take away from me, enjoying the game. I'm still enjoying the game immensely. So those are the only games I play though. Like, I'm not a huge gamer where I'm playing like a huge variety of games and buying new games all the time. I might buy 2 games a year. Like, realistically, I might buy 2 games a year. So take it for what you will. Okay, so next, let's talk about some houseplants. I got a new houseplant this month. I subscribed to a subscription service, so I get a new plant every month. And the first 2 were great, though I killed them. I'm kind of bummed about it. I killed my first 2 subscription plants. One I overwatered, and the other, I think I overwatered it, and then I tried to like dry it out in the sun, and it's like no direct sunlight, and I killed it. I just murdered it. The third month was a tiny little like succulent, and I kind of was bummed out because I was like, wait a minute, why am I getting a succulent in this subscription box? They actually offer a succulent subscription box, and I'm like, I guess it's not a succulent, but it looks like a succulent. It's really weird. I was disappointed. I was like, man, this is the first one. I'm like bummed out. Then I got this month, and I'm like, this thing is awesome. It's very tropical. It has some yellow freckles on it. It's very lush. And I know I'm getting next month already. They do previews on Instagram stories. Like, you have to catch it when you do. So it's a spoiler if you catch it, but if you don't want it, you just don't watch their stories at the beginning of the month. It's always the same thing. But yeah, if you can see behind me there, I got a plant stand built. I did vlog it in the vlogs. And, I've got a plant almost on every shelf. There's definitely some holes there. And at the bottom, those are 3 empty pots. So I've got 3 pots to plant. The new plant is right there. You can kind of see it's lush. It's got some nice foliage on it. And then I bought this guy as well. It's like an ivy. If you're listening to the podcast, I'm sorry. I'm totally like, look at this thing that you can't see because you're listening to it with your earphones. Close your eyes. You can imagine Lots of plants behind me on a plant stand on a white wall. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's green. It's lush. It smells like a jungle. Anyway, I'm really into plants. It's definitely a hobby that I've stuck to. Like my sister-in-law likes to make fun of me because, you know, in the 22 years that she's known me, that I've been with my wife, you know, back in the early days, I would swap hobbies and swap things that I was into every 6 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks. It's like, Clint's really into this thing, and then I drop it. And it's funny because my brothers do the same thing, but I'm older, so I think I've grown out of it. Like I don't really do that anymore. Like I get into things, but then I kind of linger on it. I don't drop them. My brothers literally drop them. They don't, like they never did it before, but they all got all this time and money invested in these projects. But plants I've always loved, and I did a podcast about it. I think it was episode like 54, 55, something like that. We talked about plants and gardening and stuff like that. I'm really into it. I got this cute little, well, cute? I don't know if it's cute. It's cool, man. Look at this. This thing's cool. Again, visual. Sorry, podcast listeners. This is the problem with me doing streams and YouTube is like I can do visual stuff, but listeners are like, what are you talking about? It's this like wood frame with a metal bar, and it's got 3 glass like beakers. They look like beakers from my chemistry class with just water in them, and I got 3 little leaves in them, and they grow in the water, so it's really cool. It's on my desk. But yeah, I'm really digging plants. So the plants are doing well. I did lose 2 in the move. I lost 2 in the move, and 1 before the move, which technically Tiffany killed that one. I won't take credit for that one. I killed 2 other ones. So overall, the plants survived the move, and they're doing well in my room. And I'm very happy that I have plants in my room and on display. So it's been great both rounds. Okay, so the next thing, let's talk about the house. And I want to talk about the house just briefly because I do want to do an episode dedicated to the house purchase, you know, follow up on why we moved again, because so many people still are asking, why did you move again? Why are you moving again? Didn't you just move? You guys move every couple of years. It's like, no, we don't. I lived in my first house for 14 years. So clearly I don't move all the time. I don't move every couple of years. You just are new to the channel and realize that I moved and then moved again and now moving again. You're like, wait a minute. Yes, I've moved 3 times in the last 4 years. That's a lot. But there's a reason for that. I talked about that. There's a podcast episode about it. There's a vlog about it. I've talked about it a dozen times on my stream. So we'll touch again briefly on that in that episode. We'll go in deep, and then we'll talk about the home purchase, and then we'll talk about this new house that we love and why we chose what we did. Because there's a few people who've seen the vlogs already, and they're like, that house looks different. That house, why did you go with that house? Why did you go from that house to this house? It seems weird. I'll explain that. But like I said, we've been in the house now for about 6 weeks, and for the most part, we're moved in. I still have a couple of boxes behind me in my stream room that I got to go through. The garage has a ton of crap in it still, but I got some furniture that my dad's taking because he's in the process of buying a new house. So when he moves into his new house, I'm giving him a desk and a chair and like a footstool thing, like, I don't know, like mudroom. Like it's a place for sit down and put your shoes on, basically. But it's furniture that we don't have room for and doesn't really fit our current motif, if you will, our decorating. So my dad's taking it all. It's all furniture for his new house, which I'm very excited for my dad to get a house. He's, you know, him and my mom got a divorce a couple years ago, and he's been living with his mom. She's, you know, her husband passed away, his stepdad passed away, and so he's been taking care of her. But you know, he's in his 60s, and he's like, I kind of want my own house. Like, I'm kind of like, I love my mom, but I kind of miss having my own house. So he's excited to be buying a new home, and I'm excited for him because he's buying one close to me. So my dad and I will be close, and you know, dirt bike riding, yay. So anyway, once the furniture from the garage gets removed and he takes it, then we'll be able to really finally sort and, you know, get our house and get our garage kind of in order. That's really it. You know, there's a couple boxes here. The garage is a crazy mess. And then the last thing we got to do is like the backyard patio. It needs a lot of work. You guys will see that eventually as well. Again, I'm keeping the new house kind of close to the vest. I'm not really showing all the details just yet. You'll see it in the vlog. You'll see it in photos. It's not like I'm hiding it. I'm still going to vlog and share my life. I don't think I'm not going to go like room to room, corner to corner, like giving you a tour. It'll be more of like room, and highlights, that sort of thing. So, yeah, that's the house update for now. We're very happy. Like I said, I feel like I haven't really fully grasped and enjoyed it. I've been too busy. I've been too preoccupied. I've been too stressed out. The last couple of weekends have been work, unpacking and unsettling and like just on the go. And then the next thing you know, it's Monday and I'm back in the chair and I'm back to streaming. And I'm like, damn, like where'd the weekend go? This weekend was the first time I actually chilled and watched some TV, and Tiff and I sat on the front porch drinking a glass of wine. We had a little space heater on and we were just chilling on the front porch. It was awesome. Love it. So yeah, the house is dope. It's funny because people come to my chat room going, do you like your new house? I'm like, I love my new house. I bought it. Like, why would I buy it if I didn't love it? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I guess this is good enough. No. No. So yeah. All right. So next, let's talk about the vlogs. The vlogs are in an interesting place. And I said this on stream today. I knew the moment I broke my schedule, the moment I no longer was bound to an upload schedule, I was going to just not vlog, not think about it. That's what it is. I'm not thinking about it. And I kind of taken a break. And you know, this goes for Instagram and even Twitter too. I've not been like sharing. I've not been sharing as much. You know, I haven't been vlogging. I've been taking pictures and posting them on Instagram. Though I've taken pictures. I've got a ton of pictures I still have to post, and I will. I'll get to it. I meant to do this weekend, but I was still busy. I was productive. I got a lot of work done. I had some things I had to take care of. I've just been putting off, and I finally got them done. I just didn't get to fully do everything I wanted to do this weekend and get things, you know, certain things done. But the vlogs have been suffering, and I admitted that in the beginning of the episode. I'm gonna say it again, but I'm feeling confident that I'm ready to get back on the horse, so to speak, and start vlogging more regularly. The problem is, and this has been the problem for a while now, is because of COVID, we're not going out and doing anything, right? Very, very minimalistic. Like literally, my truck has not moved from the driveway in 2 weeks. It's been sitting in the driveway for 2 weeks. Have not moved it. I've left the house a couple times. I've taken Garen home, Sierra's boyfriend, I drive Tiffany's car, right? Sierra had volleyball tryouts last weekend. We drove Tiffany's car, but that was just for like 2 hours, and we were back home. Like, you know, we're not going anywhere. And I realized recently that I'm at my best when I'm not at home, because I'm doing something and I'm inspired to share it. You know, last 2 weeks ago, I went on a long walk, right? New part of my neighborhood. And I started taking photos, and I did a bunch of stories on my, the fleets and Instagram. You know, I started sharing and vlogging and creating content because I was out of the house for the first time in a week. And I was just like, blah, 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 you know, and because I go days without leaving the house. And when I am at the house, there's nothing going on. Like, I've got 2 teenagers. They're in their rooms, like watching TV and playing video games and doing their thing, you know? And so like, there's just nothing to share. There's nothing to share. That's, you know, I've been saying it for a while now. It's like, there's nothing to vlog. So there's been no vlogs. I do have about 20 clips from the last 2 weeks. So I think the next vlog is going to be like something like this. Like, hey guys, here's the vlog from the last couple of weeks. It's kind of all over the place, but you know, here's my life the last 2 weeks, and that's it. I did record some stuff this weekend, so I kind of have a pretty coherent vlog for like Saturday. I just need to put it together. I just need to make my time. So like, I'm recording this podcast tonight. Monday nights are going to be the recording of the podcast now. I need to find a night to just sit down and this is the night I edit the vlog, right? Whether that's Tuesday or Wednesday night or whatever, I don't know, Saturday mornings perhaps. And that's a dedicated time to edit whatever footage I have and make a vlog, right? If I got 2 vlogs, great. I'll put another one out, that sort of thing. So that's the vlog update. I will never quit vlogging, guys, but I just feel like I said, I feel like, I only vlog when there's something worth vlogging. I'm not forcing it. I'm not trying to vlog because I have to, because for a long time I was feeling like I had to. And now I don't feel like I have to. I'm just going to vlog when I feel like it. Some days I'm going to be like, I'm vlogging here. But I've been criticized numerous times that sometimes the vlog should be podcasts. I do these long rants and like they should be in the podcast. That's not a vlog. I'm like, okay, fair enough. I won't call it a vlog then. It's a podcast, but it's only 5 minutes. Here you go. So that's the vlog. Podcast we kind of already talked about. Hopefully this is the start of a regular schedule. Every Monday night I'll live stream it, twitch.tv/Clintus, and then I'll upload the VOD to youtube.com/Clintus, and then the audio will go up on the podcast, which is Riffing with Clintus, and that's what we're here talking. Come the new year, we will have guests. I've already got a handful of guests that are like, yeah, I'll definitely be on the podcast. And just a matter of scheduling it and be like, hey, you good this week? Cool. Monday at 7:00. Boom, let's go. So that's kind of that kind of thing. As for the streams on Twitch, briefly touch on that. Like I said, that's been the only thing that's been consistent. That's been the only thing that I have been consistent with. I'm in this chair at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, Monday through Friday, and I stream anywhere from 6 to 10 hours. Right? I average 8. 8's my average. I try to, it's like a real job. I punch in and I punch out an 8-hour shift. Sometimes I'll split it and I'll do like 5 in the morning and do like 3 at night. Today I did 7, a little over 7 hours, and this podcast will probably take about 2 from start to finish. The stream will be 2 hours. So, another 9 hours. There's my day. But basically I'm digging how the streams are going. I do an hour to 2 hours of just chatting where I just focus 100% on my community and talk to them, answer questions, and talk about the weekend, talk about the night before, the day of, what's going on, what's new. And I really get a chance to connect to the community, which is why I love streaming. Like, forget the video games. I love video games, but let's be real. The reason why I stream is to have conversations. Like everything else I share, this podcast I'm doing right now, I love sharing stories. I love sharing experiences. The vlogs have always been sharing my thoughts, my ideas, my experiences. From the very beginning, I just started doing a daily family vlog, which was like, hey, I'm a dad, so I'm sharing you my dad experiences. Well, I'm still a dad, but my kids are no longer around my feet. They need to be, taken to the park and spoon fed, At some point in time, the kids are going to be gone, So stream's going good. I'm very happy with where we're at. The one thing though I need to figure out, and I'll do that in the new year. The IRL backpack. I need to reactivate the modems. I've got 2 modems from Unlimited IRL. I need to reactivate those, get the backpack up and running, and then we can start doing IRL streams, which is basically me walking around in like a public place, right? Now, obviously, we're down with COVID going on, and there's a lot of DMCA crap going on where like music in the background can be striked for me. I'm like, we'll be very picky, very choosy where we go. But I think there's enough places in Phoenix, enough, remote places that I can go and just walk around, show you some cool stuff. I do miss that. I miss walking around and doing that. And the weather is finally in a good place where it's like, not too hot and not too cold here in Phoenix. So, the IRL streams will return, come the new year for sure. I just got to reactivate those modems so I can have internet on the go. Other than that, man, like everything else is going good. My Gamer Advantage glasses, if you didn't know, earlier this year, I teamed up with Gamer Advantage, which is a company that makes blue light blocking glasses. I met Brian, the founder, at the Gamers Outreach charity event in 2019, and I've been wearing his glasses ever since. They do truly work. No bullshit. I started noticing better sleep after wearing them for 1 week. I have other people that have said that they stopped getting headaches, they stopped getting eye fatigue and eye strain, eye irritation, whole plethora of things. It's clinically proven to help. Anyway, we partnered up and they created my own frames. If you've seen the vlogs, you've seen my live streams of the green glasses that I wear all the time. They did a limited run and they sold out within, I think, 2 weeks. They just recently launched another small run of them, another batch of them before Christmas. And I just got told this weekend that they're just about sold out again. So that was pretty exciting because it's the first time I actually have my logo on someone else's product. I have a shaker cup from G Fuel, but it's just my color scheme. It's not actually branded with my logo. It's still called the Clintus shaker, but it's the colorway. So it's like the color of my color scheme. This is the first time where the glasses have my name, my logo, it's branded, and they do a whole promotion of of my product. And so it's been really, really cool to see that and to experience that for the first time. Pretty proud of it, to be honest with you. G Fuel's still been amazing. Elgato, super dope partner. I love those guys. Shout out to all my partners. Just quick round. We got G Fuel, we got Elgato, we got Zydex PCs. My custom gaming rig is amazing. I'm running it on Cyberpunk almost in all max settings. Granted, the game's not optimized, but I'm running on pretty much all max settings and I'm still getting over 60 frames per second, which I know sounds bad, but the game is so visually intensive. Gamer Advantage, Astro Gaming, my headset. I love my A50s, and King's Coast Coffee to round it out. They get me going every morning. So, I'm very fortunate to work with some amazing companies like that help support what I do, whether it's, free product, affiliate links, or actually paid to be a brand ambassador. It's pretty awesome. Christmas is right around the corner. And it's definitely awkward this year, with COVID. Pretty much everyone's doing online shopping. I think Tiffany went out one time to like 2 stores to do some Christmas shopping. I was going to take the kids out this week to do that, but it just doesn't seem like it's working out. So I don't know. I think I'm going to have to do online shopping, which I don't like doing. For certain things, I don't like online shopping. For me, I'll online shop all day. But for other people, I'm like, I feel like I need to see it, and I don't know. It's weird. But for Christmas shopping, like I go in with like an idea, like, okay, this is what I'm going to buy for Tiffany, or I'm buying for somebody. But then it's like I kind of walk through and like, oh, this is also a good idea. Oh, this like window shop. And Tiffany said that she did that. She would go to a website to buy something, and then she gets sucked into looking at other things related, right? They're really good at those related items. And she ended up buying 2 more things from the one thing that she bought. I was like, oh, okay, you got sucked in. So I don't know if I'll be the same. I feel like I might suck and only buy the one thing and then that's it. So I don't know. We'll see. But Christmas is coming up. I think we're done with the kids. Pretty excited about the gifts we got them. I think we got some really good stuff for them. I think they're going to be really happy. They're going to be surprised. They're going to be surprised with a couple of things, because I think here's the thing. I'm not a fan of buying people gifts of things that I think they might like. Like, oh yeah, like Bryce will probably like this. He likes things like this. He might like. I don't like those kind of gifts. I love my dad, but he did that. He was a big fan of like, oh yeah, he'll like this. Like he bought my brother goalie, like hockey equipment. We've never been into hockey. We were never into hockey. I don't think my brother ever asked for hockey gear. My dad saw it and goes, oh yeah, Travis will like this. And he bought hockey gear. And I think Travis used it maybe twice. And that was it. And it's kind of like, okay, cool. Like, I don't know. I'm just not a fan of that kind of gifting. Like my perfect gift is like, hey, let's go out and then do an experience. Like, let's go get something to eat. What do you want to go? Your choice. Hey, you want to go grab a dessert? What kind of dessert do you like? And or if I know the person well enough, I surprise them with their favorite things, right? That's my thing. Or if it comes to gifts, it's like I know the person well enough that I just know what to get them. Just done. It's just boom, easy. But like for Christmas, I don't know, it's weird because it's like you feel like you need a lot of gifts or multiple gifts. Like it can't be just one gift. And So that makes it awkward because you're like, well, they just want this one thing and it's just an expensive gift. So there's a one gift, have birthday, Merry Christmas. I don't know. The holiday's weird. Holidays are weird. But I'm excited. I think we got some good gifts. And then, people ask me all the time, are you excited for Christmas? And I'm like, personally, no. But as a father, I definitely love seeing the reaction of my kids' faces, right? When they open up gifts and they're like, oh, no way. That's the best part. Plus, they're both at the age now where they buy us gifts, right? Or, they'll sit down with Tiffany and they'll buy a gift for me. They sit down with me and they buy a gift for Tiffany. And so they're excited to give their gifts, which is the best part. That's what Christmas is all about, is the season of giving, right? And I feel like it's lost on a lot of kids in a lot of ways. It's all about them getting gifts versus, them giving gifts. And the fact that both of my kids are kind of in that, they like giving gifts, especially Sierra. Sierra is so thoughtful. She is 100% taken after Tiffany with the thoughtfulness. So she's got a boyfriend and his birthday is a couple days before mine. And so she, baked him a cake and did all these things and was very thoughtful, and she's super thoughtful. Even my birthday, she always goes above and beyond and really, I'm spoiled. I'll be honest with you. I'm spoiled. I'm very fortunate to have her. Bryce, on the other hand, not so thoughtful. He's more like me, where he's just kind of like, oh yeah, that's happening. Yeah, let's do that. And because I suck. I've always said I suck. Tiffany's super thoughtful, goes above and beyond. I get the most amazing birthday, and for her birthday, it's like, let's go grab dinner, and here's a box of chocolates and some flowers. Because let's be honest, Tiffany's not easy to shop for. She does not like fancy. She doesn't like jewelry. She does not want you to spend a lot of money on her. For her, so normally Tiffany's birthday falls in the same week that we're on vacation. Like almost every year, except for the last year or two, her birthday falls on the same week as Father's Day. And that week always tends to be when we go on vacation. So for the last 8 or 9 years, her birthday's always been in San Diego or Newport or wherever we're at for a vacation. So she gets to celebrate it with her family, usually at the beach, drinking and having, some amazing food, chips and salsa and a margarita. That's always the joke, is she's so happy with just chips, salsa, and margarita. That's the key to Tiffany's heart. So it's not easy to shop for her. I can't just go buy her a new necklace or buy her a bracelet or buy her a ring or buy her some earrings, because she's like, she never wears jewelry. She doesn't. The only piece of jewelry she ever wears is her wedding ring. That's it. No necklaces, no rings, no bracelets, no earrings, nothing. She is very basic, which is a good thing, but again, makes it very difficult to shop for. So usually her gifts are very practical. She loves cooking. She loves her kitchen. So she'll probably get a lot of, cook stuff, kitchen stuff. But that's where the kids come in, because the kids want to give her some more thoughtful gifts. Usually I end up giving her a lot of the same things every year, just new versions of it. Cause again, it's the one time a year I give her things like that. So it's okay, here's your renewal for the year, right? Some boots, some pajamas. I know we're getting old and boring, but again, my thought process is I'm more of an experienced person. So I can't really give her an experience for Christmas, except for oh, here's some tickets to something. Cause I did that one time and she didn't like it. I got her tickets to something. Said, here you go. We're going to this thing. And she's like, oh, okay. Not ungrateful, but just oh, bad Christmas gift, I guess. That's just not her style. So it'll be interesting this year, not being able to walk around the mall. Cause I do that a lot of times. I'm okay, we're going to the mall. I'm going to get her this, this, and this. And then I'll leave with this, and this. I'm all right, successful Christmas run. Let's go home. But because I'm not going to the mall, I'm kind of okay, well, I'm going to get her this, this, and this, and then hope I see some other things, So I don't know. We'll see. But that's it, guys. That's kind of the update. I kind of went down the gamut of all the updates because I feel like it's been a long time since we talked. Now, moving forward, the podcast will be more specialized on topics. Like I said, the next episode we'll go deep into the house purchasing, the new house, kind of go over some details of the house. If you've got questions about the house, the questions you want to ask specifically, obviously I won't answer every one of them, but you can always shoot me an email at Clintus.tv@gmail.com, or you can shoot me a DM on Instagram or Discord. My Discord is discord.gg/Clintus. I'm in there pretty regularly. I get notifications, I get DMs all the time, that sort of thing. And just be like, hey, I'm curious about this, or hey, I heard you're going to talk about this on the podcast. I'd love you to go over this. And that's for any future podcast too. If there's a particular topic you'd like me to cover, that sort of thing. Like I said, I will have some guests in the new year. So we'll have some topics, some friends of mine on, and we'll talk about specific stuff. I'm looking forward to that a lot. I'm looking forward to just doing the podcast more regularly. And I think this is going to work if I schedule a stream, because that's what I let you guys know, hey, I'm going live Monday nights is the podcast. You guys will start showing up, and then you're holding me accountable. Okay, Clint's going live, 8:00 Mountain Standard Time at the latest. If I can get on earlier, like I did tonight, I will. It'll be like a 20-minute warm up of like, hey guys, what's up? How's it going? Tonight's podcast is this, this, and this. And then I turn off my alerts. I hide the chat room, and then boom, that's the podcast. So, yeah, looking forward to it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I hit on my topics that I wrote down. So we got an hour episode, that's my goal, is try to give you guys an hour to listen to wherever you're listening to this. Like I said, you can listen to this anywhere you listen to podcasts for free: Apple, iTunes, Google, Spotify, Slacker, anywhere you listen to podcasts. Just do a search for Riffing with Clintus, or you can go to anchor.fm/Clintus, and the podcast will be there for your listening pleasure. And like I said, hopefully we get new episodes recorded every Monday night, and then they go up sometime Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't know. It depends on, I'll try to get it locked in Wednesday at the latest, but if I can get up tomorrow, Tuesday, I'll do that. In any case, thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you for your time, wherever you give it, whether it's live on Twitch, on YouTube, or here in the podcast, or even if it's just a tweet, a reply, a retweet, a like on my Instagrams. I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys in the next episode.